What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be working on the GSX-R. The tire is actually pretty bald. They did a lot of burnouts on this, I'm guessing, because it's only the middle, and you can see the wires already coming out on it. So I got the new tire. I'm gonna go ahead and unbox that right now. I did a lot of research to find out what size of tire and what tire to get to. Most people said to just go with the stock size, but I went ahead and got a Michelin Pilot Power 3, and I just went with the stock size because they say if you go any bigger, then you can't really turn that aggressively anymore. So here it is. I'm gonna go ahead and put this tire in the description too if you'd like to buy the same one I bought. I think I just bought it off of eBay or something. It was only it's like $100 something bucks. I'm gonna go ahead and start taking the wheel off. It is pretty easy. It's just this nut, I'm pretty sure, and then you can just hammer the axle out. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. I don't have a socket to fit this, but I went ahead and got a adjustable wrench. Went ahead and got a dead blow to persuade it out. These adjusters might be a little bit too tight, I think, so I'm gonna go ahead and loosen those up and see if it does anything. The plate adjuster thing just came off now, so I'm gonna go ahead and loosen up the other side, I think, and maybe it'll persuade it a little bit more because it's still not moving that much. All right, I went ahead and loosened up the other side, and I just barely hit it with the hammer again, and it just popped right out. So now I'm gonna go ahead and keep trying to take the axle out. See, it's pretty loose already, so I'm gonna hold the wheel up while I get the axle out, and then I can go ahead and take the chain off and slip the wheel off. All right, I got the axle already like halfway out. I'm holding up the wheel with my foot while I take the axle out. I can move the whole wheel now, so I'm gonna go ahead and move it up and take the chain off. And now it's just the brake caliper holding it on, so lift that up. Now everything's loose. Go ahead and roll it out of here. And all right, so this went ahead and fell out of here. Pretty sure this is side specific too, so go ahead and keep this on the right side. And I'm gonna go ahead and there's one on this side too. And take the sprocket out now. Now it's all apart. I'm gonna go ahead and take it to the tire shop to get it changed, and I'll pick the camera back up when I get back. All right, I got everything back on the axle shaft, so I know how all of it goes. I'm gonna go ahead and take each one of these pieces off and clean them all up. All right, I went ahead and cleaned all this up like I said, and everything looks pretty good now. I was going to fix the brake pads, but they look pretty good. And actually, because in the first video I got it, the brakes weren't working like I said, and if you haven't seen that video, you can go ahead and watch that right up here. But the brakes, here's me pulling it down right here, so that's like all it's moving. So I think if I just go ahead and bleed the brakes instead of replacing the pads, then it should work way better. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. 1, 2, 3, hold. The bad part is that I actually already bought the brake pads. If you want this set, it wasn't that expensive, like 15 bucks I think. It came with the back and both the front ones. So I'll link that in the description too. Alright, I think I'm gonna actually wait to put the wheel on first because the brakes actually got super tight when I was bleeding them, so I pried the piston back some so the brakes would get freed up so I can get the rotor in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and wait for the wheel first and then get the wheel on and then bleed the brakes. Alright, I just went ahead and got the tire back. It looks pretty nice. I'm gonna go ahead and just start putting it on now. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and put this piece in the sprocket first. And I'm gonna put the sprocket on real quick. There we go. Go ahead and put this thing on. I went ahead and put some grease already on this side. And now I'm gonna just squirt some in here too. Alright, now I need to make sure that this piece stays on that side and this piece stays on this side while I'm putting it in, and neither of them fall out. Alright, I got all the spacers in now. I'm gonna go ahead and lift it up between the brake pads. Just like that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start feeding the axle shaft in. I'm gonna go ahead and put some lube on this too. I don't know if it's gonna make it all the way past the hole or not. Went ahead and put the adjuster plate up there and got it lined up. This thing has to turn into that. There we go. Axle shaft is all the way in. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put the chain on actually. I forgot you're supposed to put the chain on before you put the axle shaft on, so I'm gonna go ahead and redo all that. Went ahead and just put it out a little bit and it was enough slack to get the chain on. Alright, it's all the way in again. Go ahead and put the adjuster on there and slip the nut on. Alright, now that we got everything together, before I tighten up the big nut, I'm going to go ahead and adjust both the adjusters to see how much loose the chain is. It's already pretty loose, so I'm going to go out a lot. Alright, I got both the adjusters tightened up and chain is still pretty loose. I think I need a new chain and sprockets to fix that though. So now everything's done. I'm going to go ahead and tighten up the axle shaft nut and as hard as I can. And then I'm going to go ahead and just put the pin back on with the safety. Alright, now that I got the wheel on, I'm going to go ahead and bleed the brakes. 1, 2, 3, hold. I think there's, I think it's 2 pistons, so this one too, I'm pretty sure. 1, 2, 3, hold. Alright, now you can definitely tell the brakes are working. It is pretty low on brake fluid actually, so I am going to go ahead and fill that up too. Alright, went ahead and got some brake fluid. It says you have to use DOT4. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the cap back on. Alright, we got the wheel all together and the back brake's working now. And it actually has been leaking a lot of oil, so I think I already know what it is. It's the drain plug, the bolt. It's like stripped out a little bit, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take the fairing off and see how tight it is. Alright, got all the bolts out now. Look at it. You can definitely, yeah, it's already loose. So I'm gonna go ahead and take off the safety wire and then try to tighten it up again. Alright, I went ahead and loosened up the safety, and it was finger loose, so I I already went and tightened it up. It is stripped out, so I think what I'm gonna do is tap the hole bigger and get a bigger bolt in there. Alright, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and tighten the safety back up. This is just a temporary fix, as I said. Alright, now that I got everything tightened up, I'm gonna go ahead and put the fairing back on. Alright, now that I got everything done, I got the new tire on, the brakes are bled, and the oil drip is fixed. So now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take it for a spin and I'm gonna go wash it. I just got it all washed off, and you can definitely tell like all the damage from the fairings now that it's all washed off. And maybe I'll go with the fairing kit soon. I haven't decided what color or if I go back to stock or anything, but that's gonna be the end of this video. If you like the GSX-R or the Mach 1, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel and get that bell on so you get notifications whenever I post a video. And also, if you enjoyed this video, then go ahead and like the video.